You know, we tend to parent ourselves as our parents left off, and some of us perhaps didn't have the best caregivers, and we might still be neglecting ourselves, neglecting our needs, not protecting ourselves, not standing up for ourselves, not advocating for our wishes and things like that. I'm getting that kind of a message. So if you are headed into something new in life, whether that's a new relationship, new business, new whatever, new job, new location, new place, new community, the Sentinel, it feels like you've got to start protecting yourself more first. Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, using tarot to help you to do the inner work, heal yourself, and create the life that you really want to live. Now, this is today's tarot. It's for all signs, and it's for Saturday, the 22nd of June, 2024, which is a full moon. It's a full moon in Capricorn. Now, this deck says that the full moon in Capricorn is all about taking a reality check. Let's see if my guides agree with that in today's tarot. I now have a membership on my YouTube channel to support me in continuing doing these today's tarot because I'm starting another business now, and all my time will be full time on that. But I will be taking a day out to continue this today's tarot. If you want to support me in that, if you want to be invited to come along to members only live Psychic Cafe shows as well, then join that membership. You'll see a button down there. So let's see what's in the energies today. We've got the Sentinel. Okay, the Sentinel is about protection. It's all about protecting ourselves, being protected by others and that kind of thing. That can be about boundaries. You know, full moons are always talking about letting go of something. There's something to be released on full moons because something's about to happen. We're on the threshold of something. So perhaps I'm feeling like it's a call to start protecting ourselves more. You know, we tend to parent ourselves as our parents left off, and some of us perhaps didn't have the best caregivers, and we might still be neglecting ourselves, neglecting our needs, not protecting ourselves, not standing up for ourselves, not advocating for our wishes and things like that. I'm getting that kind of a message. So if you are headed into something new in life, whether that's a new relationship, new business, new whatever, new job, new location, new place, new community, the Sentinel, it feels like you've got to start protecting yourself more first so that you can step into something new. Breathe. Now, some of you are averse to confrontation, and that's what gets you to step back from speaking about things, talking about boundaries and stuff like that. So that might be something to think on. Let's get some tarot out and find out more what's in the energies on this full moon in Capricorn. Okay, that's all of them. So we're starting out with the Lovers. The Lovers can often be a choice, but it's often about lovers. Lovers being a very light version of relationship, you know. I don't get the depths of energy from the Lovers card. I don't get like soulmates or anything like that. It's more of an attraction, something surface level, perhaps. It could grow into more. Got the Hermit, inner work. Inner work is suggested with the Hermit card. Being alone, perhaps, but it's more about the call within. We've got the Ten of Swords, painful endings or the end of the pain now. Putting something behind us, especially if a pattern that you're in keeps on hurting you, you need to change that pattern and start protecting yourself. And we've got Temperance as well. Temperance is about taking our time. There's no rush with all of this. Let's get deeper into it. So the Lovers. What is this about then? We're talking about surface level relationships here. Nine of Voices, that's causing us anxiety and pain. Right. So for some of you, you're getting into the wrong kind of relationships. Now, if you want a long-term relationship, how to get into one of those is very different than how to get into a fling. When people are ready for a long-term relationship, we tend to go about it in a different kind of a way, in a slower way, meeting people in different kind of places than you would to try and get a lover. It's easy to go out and get a lover, right? You know where to find them. However, if you want a long-term relationship, you won't find them in the same kind of a place. And so if you're wanting a long-term relationship, you go to the places where people are doing what you love doing too, right? Because then you know they're more likely to be compatible with you. And then you're going to get to know people on a deeper level, get to know them first, like if there is more compatibility between you, and if there's an attraction there, and then do something about it. And likewise, if someone If you're looking for a partner who also wants a long-term relationship, then they're going to be more careful about it too. Now, with this lovers and the anxiety coming out, some of you are just used to those red hot lovers and that kind of thing. You're used to people approaching you in that way. And that is what you've got your eyes open to. What we focus on is what we'll see in the world. And people that are more serious won't be on your radar, because they'll be the quiet ones watching you, getting to know you and all of that kind of thing. They're not going to be the ones with the bravado and you know, seducing you and all of that kind of thing. They're not going to do that. And so perhaps, well, we'll see what's behind this. So the anxiety, it feels like a call to break out of a pattern here. Reunion of souls is behind that. Reunion of souls, that's that feeling of like they're my soulmate and things like that. Well, you could have a connection with them, spiritual connection with anyone, really. I mean, I guess we do. The older the souls that we are, the more we've got a spiritual connection with everyone, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be compatible with you. You can have a soul connection with someone who gets into this lifetime and just doesn't do any of the inner work, and they'll never get ready for a long-term relationship. They're never going to be that. So it doesn't matter about the connections and the feelings that you've got for people. It matters who someone is being right now. Are they doing the work? Are they being present and all of that kind of thing? Do they even want a long-term relationship? So a call to break out of patterns that have you in superficial relationships. The Hermit, there's some inner work to do for sure. Always is on a full moon, especially on a full moon. Especially on a full moon. Interesting. One from the bottom, one from the top. We've got Star and the Four of Voices. Okay, so our wishes. What are our wishes? What are your needs? What are your desires? What do you want? And the Four of Voices, again, it's another card of take time out for yourself, relaxation, all of that. We get clarity for creativity, or to know what is really in our heart and what we really want, what we're missing out on in life. We get that in the spaces, right, when we give ourselves space. So like you might have noticed when you go on holiday that you'll start getting ideas, you'll start looking at the bigger picture of your life. It's because in space, when you give yourself space, you get that clarity. And this is a call for that, the inner work. But it's not inner work, it's not like sitting on it and thinking about it. Not that kind of an inner work. The kind of inner work where you just give yourself space, relaxation, you know, walks on the beach, all of that kind of thing. And in that space is where you get the ideas for what your wishes are. The Star says, what are your wishes? What do you really want? And there's teaching behind that. So there's something to learn, but there's something to learn from yourself. This Breathe card, remember, this Breathe card came out, break from beneath the water's surface and soar it beyond the turquoise sea. So this is asking you to go deeper, especially for those of you that are saying like, I'm not finding the depth of relationship that I want. I'm not around the people that I want, even friendships or anything. Everyone's so different than me. It's like, well, that's not actually true, because there's many people. There's many people around. Yeah, the ones that you're connecting with aren't your kind of people. So it's time for you to get deeper. There's something that you're doing here that you have to stop doing, because we always get confirmation bias. What we think is out there, or what we're focused on, is what we'll keep on seeing over and over again. Think about a blue car. You're going to see blue cars all over the place, right? It's confirmation bias. It's we see what we're looking for, even in numbers, you know, 111 and 222 and all of that kind of thing. When you're seeing that, again, it's confirmation bias. It's because that's your special number. You keep on seeing it. You're drawn to it. But when we are drawn to these things, there's something else that we're missing. There is something that other people do exist. They are out there, but we're missing them. Like I said, with the lovers kind of thing, if you're only looking out for those people that are making eyes at you and trying to seduce you, you're not noticing the quiet ones. You're not noticing the other ones that have got a depth to them. So this is asking you to get deeper with your wishes, and perhaps, like a hanged man, open your eyes to see what you haven't been seeing before. What is out there that you haven't been seeing before? Because Ten of Swords says that there could be an end of pain here. The Moon, something hasn't been revealed to you. And the Queen of Materials in this deck, it's about your success, your impending success. So you've got an impending success here. What it is that you want, that's deep in your heart, that you really want, you are on the pathway to it. You're on the threshold to it, but you've got to start protecting yourself more, which means noticing the patterns that are keeping you in the superficial of what you don't really want, so that it can be revealed to you where the path is to your success. So this is saying to end your pain, you not only need to wish for your success, but you need to know that it's available to you. It's all already around you, but you're not noticing it. You're not noticing it because of the focus and the energy and the beliefs that you've got at the moment. Okay. The guys will leave me alone on that one because I've said it right. There's forgiveness behind that too. So don't start feeling bad about that and beating yourself up about it either. We learn these things at the right time. We shouldn't beat ourselves up for not knowing these things already. That's the whole point in learning, is to learn these things. So temperance, take your time. It's not going to happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight that we get into these patterns. It's not going to be overnight that we release these patterns either. Music of emotions. Someone's got feelings for you. Temperance. It'll come. It'll come. So don't be impatient about this. This is saying it's like, okay, if you're of the energy of like, okay, I'm going to stop entertaining these ones that are making eyes at me, or, you know, this superficial energy that's there. I'm going to stop saying yes to them, and I'm going to stop telling myself the story that they're the only ones that are out there. There's no one like me. And I'm going to see, like, okay, universe, show me who else is out there. I'm going to look for the ones that are different, the ones that have got that different energy. I'm going to stop telling myself, oh, they're not attractive, or they're not into me because they're not doing the things that these lovers do. And I'm just going to open myself up to that, and not being impatient about it, not going, see, there's nobody else out there, everyone's just the same, because no doubt if you're in patterns, you'll be amongst the same people. It's going to take time for those energies to change. When we change our energy, it's not instant that we get those manifestations. It doesn't happen instantly. You've got to keep on with it. And in a few months' time, it tends to change. So people that have got feelings will come your way, but there'll be a struggle to stay in that energy first. You know, in this day and age, we tend to get so used to things happening so fast. You know, if you want some information, or even to get in touch with somebody, anybody, even if we've only just heard of them, whether they're really famous, no matter what, we can get on Google and we can get an answer straight away, and we can get in touch with someone straight away. We have all of these instant kind of things, but life hasn't changed. The universe hasn't changed. It's not instant for us, especially when we're learning stuff. It's not instant. A lot of things aren't instant, and we shouldn't expect that of ourselves. Now, what about our love lives? For some of you, I kind of was focusing on love life just because that Lovers card came out, but you could be doing these patterns in everything. You know, it could be in business, always telling yourself like no one's got any money, or you know, stories like that, and you're only ever seeing and noticing those people that don't have the money, that don't want what it is that you want. Or, you know, if you're unemployed and you're looking for a job, it could be the same thing. There's a need to get deeper. What did it say? Take a reality check. Yeah, I guess it is about that, taking a reality check and then realizing it's like, oh, it's me. It's me that needs to change my approach. Love lives? If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. And back to this again, the Four of Voices, the Star and the Hermit. This is saying like, take some time off and get back into your heart again, asking yourself what you truly want in a relationship, because it can become about the dating game and just meeting people and you know, going through that same process over and over again, and we never take a step back and go, hang on, what am I trying to achieve here? What am I trying to achieve here? And the kind of person that wants what I want, how are they likely to be going about it? You know, where are those kind of people? Because I tell you what, they're not in the bars and the clubs. They're not in the pickup places on those apps. They're not in those places. So if you could do anything, what would it be? It's about tuning into that story. What else in our love lives, please? Leave the past behind. There's patterns, the past patterns, the way that you've been going about it, it isn't the way that you're going to find what you truly want if what you want is different. Keep on doing what you did. You're going to keep on getting what you got. There is a different way of going about things to get something different, for sure. Happens every time. We can ask for something new, then we tend to go through an inner process of changing ourselves and becoming a different kind of a person. Then we're presented with that opportunity, right? Which is why the Temperance card comes out. It's like, you'll have to wait for it because it's a process that you go through. Got daydream and fear. So this is the expecting what you don't want to come along. That's the focus, right? Expecting what you don't want to come along. If you're focused on are the players, and there's this, and the cheaters, and all of that, all the things that you don't want, then that's what you're going to see over and over again, because that confirmation bias is what you're looking for. And you're actually looking for something different. So get focused on that. Get focused on that instead. And try not to let your fears run you. Because remember, the subconscious mind and the nervous system are always going to be trying to protecting you. So they're always going to be going on about the things to fear. And we can't remain unconscious like that, being run by the fears. It's sometimes funny to me that people online, the woke people, the ones that are going on about being woke, they tend to talk more of fear than anything else. That's not being woke. That's not being conscious. That's being run by your fears still. Something to think about. What else in our love lives, please? We've got falling in love. How would it be to fall in love? What kind of person do you want to fall in love with? Oh, self-love. Yeah, it's all about you first. So you do it for yourself first. You start loving yourself like that. You become the person that is looking for love in those particular kind of ways. And then you'll notice when you're doing it for yourself and you're self-loving, you start noticing other people are in that same vibration of loving themselves too. They're not the ones going out to bars and picking up. They're not. The ones that are loving themselves, they're doing good things for themselves. And so once you do it for yourself, then you will notice someone else that's doing it too. You'll recognize it in their energies. Okay, let's get more cards out. What else? Okay, we have a fire. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate. We've got a peacock. Beware of great pride. That's that showy energy, the seduction energy and all of that kind of thing. Beware of that. It's not for you. If you keep on going for that and you keep on getting burned by it, you need to recognize that that's your pattern. We've got a harp, great happiness, and younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man. Perhaps you need to go younger. Well, think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for an answer, but it's just a bit of fun. If you want to book yourself in for a private reading, you're very welcome to. Find a link for that down there, up there, all over the place. On my website, behealing.com. I've got energy healings available too. How best to deal with these energies today? Four of Wands. Four of Wands is about marriage. And it's about marriage because the Four of Wands, it's like four legs of a table. A four-legged table is a very strong thing, right? Three-legged tables, they're not. They fall over. You know, put your cup down on one of those tables in the wrong spot or lean on it. It's going to fall over. But four-legged tables, very stable. And as a result, Four of Wands is about marriage. It's about marriage because it's about something that's built up on firm foundations. Now, the firm foundations are found within ourselves first. So build your solid foundations within yourself first. Loving yourself, being secure about yourself. And from there, you will go about life in general. Loving yourself, making good decisions for yourself, living the life that you want to live. And then from there, you'll meet other people that are doing that same kind of thing. And from there, you're likely to make good friends out of some of those that you're aligned with and, you know, you have fun with and all of that. And then one of them, you're going to have a romantic interest in eventually. You'll meet one where there's a romantic interest that's reciprocated, and then you get to know them. The ones that have got the firm foundations in themselves, then you get to know them, right? It takes time. So, think of a yes or no answer question now. Your answer is yes, go for it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave a comment. That'll get you, no, it won't get you anything. I've stopped doing that now. I can't work on this full time anymore. But I do have a membership down there. If you do want to come along to live shows, get invites into the live show and fund me to continue doing these Today's Tarot, I'd love you to become a member. You can find that join button down there. Well, have the best day ever. Have the best full moon ever. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.